Ready?
I'm ready. Ready when you are.
Probably don't do that with the microphone though.
I won't. Got it.
All right. Hey Passage family, we hope you're having a great day. It's been a while since our last video update, and we have moved into the Passage Studios.
That's right. You love it, don't you?
Yeah, you know, I would love it. We had a few technical issues today, but that's all right. It's still gonna be fun.
Yeah, you may not hear anything we're saying right now. You might just see our lips moving.
Exactly. We have this cool mic. We had to bring
Read the
this
captions.
microphone in, you know. But later on, we're gonna get this working.
That's right. Hey, which reminds us or brings us to announcement number one.
Yeah, why do we have this?
Because starting today, it may not get on the site today, but starting today, we are beginning a Passage Church podcast, and we are wanting to give you some content to help you to fulfill the vision of the Passage Church of making disciples. And so we have created a podcast around our strategy, and so that's going to be coming out today.
Yeah, so the podcast is going to be called the P3D Podcast. And what are the 3Ds?
The 3Ds stand for the strategy of the Passage Church, right? We want people to discover and respond a relationship with Jesus. Number two, we want people to develop a relationship with Jesus. And third, we desire them to demonstrate their relationship with Jesus to a lost world. And so our podcast will be around all three of those: discovering, developing, demonstrating, each week, different part of the strategy, or I guess each podcast, different part of the strategy. How often are we recording the podcast?
We had talked about maybe doing it every other week, and it's going to be about 20 minutes long, right? Just about as long as it takes you to drive to work. So it's going to be available. Hopefully, we're going to push it out on like Spotify and a bunch of different platforms for whatever your podcasting platform is.
It's good. Looking forward to it.
I would say probably Spotify and Apple are the most.
And some different voices on there too.
Different voices. It won't just be me and this guy talking every time. So we're gonna have some guest appearances.
Some guest spots.
We're also new to podcasting. We don't know what to call those.
That's right.
Yes. So yeah, we're gonna have them come and talk about the different areas. It's gonna be great. So look for that coming out soon. The P3D Podcast.
It's good. It'll be good.
Yeah. What else you got?
We've got coming up in a couple weeks one of the saddest Sundays of the year. Graduation Sunday, June the 6th.
Some people might think that's a good thing.
Well, I think it's a terrible thing. We are losing to college and to next steps, just some awesome contributors into the life of the Passage Church.
That's true.
And we want to thank them, and we want to celebrate them. We want to pray for them. And so we're going to do that on June the 6th. So if you've got a graduate in your house who can be high school or college, we want to recognize that accomplishment. So please let us know, and June the 6th will be Graduation Recognition Sunday.
Yep. And what's coming up this weekend? Discover Passage.
This weekend, Discover Passage.
This weekend,
Yeah.
so it's not too late.
Right now.
You can still RSVP for your spot for Discover Passage. That is where people come and learn about the history and the vision of the Passage Church. And so Matt leads the class, and it's right after the second service. And we get you food, so we get lunch for you.
Yeah.
Childcare.
Lined up.
Take care of all the needs
Yeah.
that you have. So there's really no excuse. If you've never been to Discover Passage before, that's your next step. So send an email to kirk@thepassagechurch.com and RSVP. Just let me know you're coming. You don't have to buy tickets or anything.
Yeah, KRAK.
Reserve, you don't have to do that.
At the Passage Church.
So so reserving tickets.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Well, I mean, it's pretty helpful. It's pretty helpful.
Yeah.
No one likes it, I would think. Maybe people do like it. I've actually had some people tell me that they like it because they reserve a ticket maybe on Thursday, and then on Sunday morning they're like, I don't know if I want to go to church, and they're like, I already got a ticket, I need to go. Because I told them I was coming, and Kirk has set out my seat especially for me, so I need to show up.
Why even get rid of it then?
So,
let's just keep on doing it.
Well, here's the plan.
Okay.
The idea is to move back to our normal seating on June the 6th.
Okay.
And here's how we arrived at that date.
Yep.
April the 7th was the date that anyone who wanted to get a vaccine could get a vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
I guess ages 16 and up. And then, so we thought we'll give them 1 month to get the vaccine,
Okay.
1 month for that vaccine to kind of kick in and do its thing. And then, so that makes June the 6th the day we kind of go back to normal seating.
Okay.
So that'll happen in there. But if you are like, hey, I don't want somebody sitting beside me.
Yep.
Still just a little too close. Maybe I don't want somebody sitting 2 seats beside me, or I don't want somebody sitting on either side of me.
Yeah.
You walk into the worship guide, you'll grab one of these yellow pieces of paper. It'll be laminated. There'll be a few of them there, and you'll just set that beside you. And people will gladly respect that, and they will leave that distance between you and however much distance you want it would be comfortable for you.
Was I not supposed to sit beside you? You had to sit.
No, it's good. That's why the table is the distance.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
A table distance apart.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all right. What else we got? Anything else coming up at the Pastor's Church?
Main thing were those things. We are looking towards our summer schedule.
Yep.
The summer is here and happening, and so we're really excited about some things we've got going on. Our kids are going to camp. Our teenagers are going to camp.
Yes. And then we've got some activities that we are planning, hopefully, to have for families to start coming back together at the church.
Yeah.
Not just on Sundays, but maybe some fun Friday family nights, something
Yeah.
like that coming up. So
Yeah. We've got the week of worship happening.
Week of worship
in
is
June.
it's WOW. It used to be WOW Wednesdays.
Right.
So that it was kind of like
Wednesday for 6 weeks.
Wednesdays for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Not this year.
Not this year. We're going Monday through Thursday with the WOW curriculum, and then Friday is going to be that family night. We're going to have some hot dogs, and we're going to have some inflatables. We're going to have some stuff for your families to do that Friday night. It's going to be awesome.
Basically, this is VBS.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
But
Yes.
before that, June 5th, we have got, I don't want to mess it up for your graphic you got coming at them, but we've got a worship and prayer night coming on June the 5th.
Old
and
school worship.
We're going with, tell them about it.
So we are every time we play a hymn on Sunday mornings, people always come up to Jason afterwards and they're like, oh man, that song was so great. We should play more hymns. And so we thought it'd be cool to do a whole worship service of hymns. Now that doesn't mean that we're going to be up there with just a piano singing Power in the Blood, although that would be cool.
Yeah.
We are going to have some updated modern hymns and stuff, but it's all going to be old school feel, old school prayer night.
Yeah, and the prayer piece of that is going to be kind of built out of the DNA groups that we're starting.
Okay.
So if you have not heard about or been involved in a DNA group, we're going to start praying through this disciple making model and just some elements of that we incorporate in that. We're going to incorporate in the prayer time.
Right. DNA groups. Hey, I want to be in a DNA group. How do I get in one?
Shoot me a message, matt@thepassagechurch.com. And if you're unfamiliar with DNA groups, they are groups of 3, 4, maybe 5 same gender groups that meet. They can meet every week. They can meet every other week.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to, and really if they say, hey, I just want information, and I don't want you to give me the information, swing by the office on Sunday. We have got booklets of DNA information.
Lots of booklets. It's also on the website.
All kinds of information. And they can go to the website and show you like your first 10 meetings. What do? You do A, B, C, and D, and this kind of lays it out for you. So all that's on the website.
Yep. So that's about it. We've got, I'm super excited. We got a podcast coming up.
Yeah.
We may or may not be on TikTok. Actually,
hey, there's a good TikTok video out. Clayton is great.
So, be sure you're keeping up with us on social media. And RSVP for this weekend. Can't wait to worship with you, and we'll see you there.
Hey, Isaiah 40, read ahead.